From NBC News, this is Today.
Now to an up-close encounter with the largest fish in the sea. NBC's Kerry Sanders headed off to Mexico for the thrill of a lifetime.
In Cancun, Mexico, long before this was a tropical playground, the aquamarine waters here beckoned another visitor. The world's largest fish, as big as a school bus, a fish of legends.
They're huge, they're huge, they're huge.
Up to 60 feet long, said fishermen. But who had ever seen such a fish? Paros Palacios claims he saw his first one when he was but 3 years old.
Well, you feel like a piece of you because they're huge animals, and you also feel scared. You feel scared, you feel like emotions.
In search of the unknown, we boarded a launch guided by marine biologists who promised 20 to 30 miles off the coast, we'd find these so-called whale sharks.
We're going to see the whale sharks.
And just like they promised, there they were, whale sharks that thankfully are not man-eaters. In all, we counted 64 gliding at the surface. Their mouths open, almost 5 feet wide, filtering the water to feed on fish eggs and plankton.
Story goes, years ago a fisherman came out and actually caught one of these whale sharks. Took it home, and it tasted horrible. So everyone pretty much ignored them. Then, about 8-9 years ago, one of the captains who was having a really bad day fishing wondered maybe people would pay to go out and see these behemoths. It's been a steady stream of tourists ever since.
It's like the greatest experience ever. You can't imagine the size of the shark underneath the water. It's amazing.
Well, when we go back to Minnesota, we're going to need a couple people to tell everybody that the fish is this big.
This year, a record number 480 showed up. Biologists admit little is known about them, how deep they can swim, why they gather here in mass numbers every June to September, only to then swim off in separate directions.
There's a lot that we don't know. It's a mystery, most of their biological cycle, about their ecological relationship. So we don't know where they mate, how they mate. Their lifespan is believed to be between 60 to 100 or 150. So there's a lot of questions that we are starting to figure out how to answer.
This year, the scientists tagged 8 whale sharks, and they're now tracking them by satellite.
And it's showing us each contact transmission.
For locals like Martin Trejo, a 4th-generation fisherman, the long-ignored whale sharks are now considered a gift. They've hooked tourists just when the catch has gotten smaller.
Which is easier, taking tourists out or fishing?
No, it's on the tourist station. It's now. The fish is difficult now.
So you'd much rather take some tourists out?
Swimming with the fishes, the biggest ones in the world. For Today, Kerry Sanders, NBC News, Cancun, Mexico.
Wow. Amazing
so
images.
Cool.
Yeah.
We had a chance to do that, but in an enclosed situation
right,
at the Georgia Aquarium. They were incredible.
I know. When you see them up close, but probably out in the open like that,
right.
It's even more amazing.
Unbelievable.
And I don't care how many times I tell you they only eat plankton. When they come at you with their mouths open,
they're a little nervous. They can still swallow by accident.
It's always a first time, right? Coming up.
Hairball!
Your local news.